We take you now to the lush canopy of the Amazon rainforest, where we can find one of nature's most extraordinary creatures, the three-toed sloth. Spending most of its time sleeping, eating, or moving at a speed of about 1 foot per minute, the sloth is so sluggish that its fur is often host to moss, algae, and... oh? What's this? Let's take a closer look. How charming. What we have here is a colony of moths who have made their home in the sloth's fur. A single sloth can house over 120 sloth moths, which, if the sloth is groomed by a human, will fly out and attack in a horrifying nightmare swarm. Moths don't mind when the sloth grooms itself. This occasion is looked upon the way humans view street cleaning day, only the trucks are slower and also resemble giant claws. In fact, the community of the sloth moth is very much like our own. They have their own forms of housing, agriculture, government, even religion. Many moths view their sloth host as a benevolent deity. Look at that craftsmanship! What does the sloth do to deserve this, you ask? Well, once a week, the sloth climbs down to the base of its tree. The sloth does its business at the bottom of the tree, then ascends to the branches above. Look at him go! The moth's lives actually depend on this behavior. While the sloth is on the ground, pregnant moths can emerge from its fur and lay eggs in the sloth poo. Like a moth nursery. How sweet. The eggs hatch into larvae, which then pupate and emerge as obnoxious teenager moths, who fly upwards to live on the sloth in the canopy. What's curious about this behavior is that a sloth on the... oh. There he goes. A sloth on the ground is easy prey for jaguars, coyotes, harpy eagles, and whatever else wants to eat a smelly moss-covered tree potato. So why does the sloth... oh, come on. Oh. So why does the sloth risk its life just to poop on the ground? This question baffled scientists for decades, but the answer lies in the sloth's tiny tenants. Sloth moths have a lifespan of about 2 weeks, so there are a lot of dead moths lying around on the outskirts of town. While generally disturbing for the local residents, there is a benefit to this. The dead moths, God rest their tiny, grimy souls, provide essential fertilizer for a species of algae that grows on the sloth's fur. When the sloth's meager diet of leaves doesn't provide enough nourishment, it can simply reach into its own fur and pull out some nutrient-rich algae to sustain itself. Delicious. Thus concludes the remarkable, mutually beneficial Sloth Cycle.